and thanks for staying with us. Customs have bets about to be smuggled outside the country. Also, Customs Report Lipon Command continues to improve on revenue generation as approved by the management of Nigerian Customs Service. Plus, more report. I am Igiseme Ejie. Stay tuned.
Nigeria Customs Service (NCS) has launched its Reputation Management Guide, a key policy document aimed at giving officers a reorientation on the values, behaviors, and standards required to uphold the service's image. Unveiling the guide at the NCS headquarters in Abuja, the Comptroller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, described the launch as a strategic milestone in the service's transformation agenda, noting that it is intended to equip officers with practical tools to build trust, deepen transparency, and align with global expectations for modern customs administration. He emphasized that the guide is not just a document, but a call to action, reminding every officer that the service's image is built not only by what they do, but also by how they do it.
It's an opportunity for every customs officer to be a part of the project to rewrite the history of the customs. We want to launch a new phase of customs. We want to go beyond our traditional mandates. I'm very, very happy Prof mentioned some of them. So much is known about our revenue. In 2023, we recorded 70% increase. In 2024, we recorded 92% increase in our revenue. We are making spectacular seizures all over, making Nigeria safer. But most importantly, we are also taking very, very seriously our responsibility in the trade facilitation ecosystem. Nothing gladdens me more than the fact that the whole world is taking note of the advances that we are making, the impact that the initiatives, our trade facilitation initiatives, is making in the system. PEBEC has said so with data suggesting that Nigerian Customs Service is the most improved NDA in terms of the ease of doing business. So this is the position, we call ourselves now defending champions. This is the position that we now have to defend in the years ahead. We must reposition ourselves to be seen as a government agency that is trusted, that is respected, and that is responsive. WCO advocates that we must put in place all those developmental models, some of them including giving the women gender the opportunity to be part of an organization and to take leadership position. And that is what we have been doing. Very recently, we launched a corporate social responsibility program to show Nigerians that we are indeed alive to our responsibilities, especially in the areas where we perform our operations. We therefore decided to identify critical areas of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's social investment agenda, and we identify some key pillars: education, health, creative economy, access to water, and all that. And we made investments in this area to show our responsibility that we do care. Therefore, it is my pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, in our bid to let all our officers and men understand their responsibility to maintain a good reputation, to ensure that we have huge reputation capital, to let them have a practical guide on what they should do.
The president of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, NIPR, Ike Neliaku, commended the NCS for taking a bold step in institutionalizing reputation management within the agency. He noted that the unveiling of the handbook was not a symbolic gesture, but a practical demonstration that customs values reputation as a vital asset.
Imagine that all heads of agencies of government do what customs is doing now. There's an NRNG, a national platform. He's the vice chair of the advisory board. And here is Customs launching its own, that is leaders.
We are also very happy to say that with what the CG is doing, which has been duly recognized by the President of the Federal Republic, and having granted him an extension, we want to thank the President for doing that. We also want to commend the officers, management, officers and men of the Nigerian Customs Service for supporting the good work that Comptroller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeni, FNIPR, MNI, MFR, is doing. We believe that in the next 1 year, especially now that you are focused centrally on reputation, the Nigerian Customs Service is going to become a much more enviable institution, and we want to encourage the management and officers in here to know that it is your moment to take national glory. And working together, we will join you in celebrating the maximum benefit we see coming to you.
We are grateful for your support and participation in this momentous occasion. Your presence signifies the importance of collaboration and partnership in achieving our objectives. We look forward to continuing our work together to promote a positive image of Nigeria Customs Service and build trust with our stakeholders. As we embark on this reputation campaign, we are confident that our collective efforts will yield positive outcomes and enhance the service reputation. We are committed to upholding the highest standards of integrity and professionalism, and we are excited about the opportunities this campaign will bring.
The launch of the Reputation Management Guide marks another important stride in the customs modernization journey, reinforcing its commitment to reform, capacity development, and stakeholder confidence. The NCS is expected to continue to work towards building trust, transparency, and excellence in its operations.
The Nigerian Customs Service has continued to introduce more things into the operation of the Nigerian Customs Service and collection of duty by government. The new measure includes the migration from fast track to enable the importers and freight forwarders to improve on their working operations at the ports.
The Nigerian Customs Service, NCS, has begun the sensitization of stakeholders ahead of the January 2026 full migration from the current fast-track scheme to the globally recognized Authorized Economic Operators (EEO) program. Addressing stakeholders, including importers, clearing agents, and members of the organized private sector at the event held in Lagos, Comptroller General of Customs Adewale Adeniyi explains that the migration is part of a broader reform agenda aimed at enhancing trade facilitation and strengthening supply chain security. This is even as he stated that the AEO program represents a paradigm shift in the way the customs interacts with the private sector. The CGC, who was represented by the Zonal Coordinator in charge of Zone A, Assistant Comptroller General Charles Obi, revealed that while the fast-track scheme served its purpose for over a decade, it lacked a formal legal framework and was no longer aligned with the dynamic nature of the global supply chain.
The Authorized Economic Operators Program is not just a new policy, it is a paradigm shift in the way customs interacts with the private sector, developed in line with the World Customs Organization's safe framework of standards, particularly its second pillar, Customs to Business Partnership. The AEO program promotes a modern system of risk management, facilitation, and compliance. The program was first piloted in Nigeria on the 15th of April 2024, and following the thorough testing, capacity building, and stakeholders consultations, the national launch was held on the 14th of February 2025. The objective is simple: to identify and reward businesses that demonstrate consistent compliance with customs and tax regulations by granting them faster, more predictable, and more efficient clearance processes.
He listed the benefits for certified businesses to include faster clearance, reduced physical inspections, dedicated service desks, and priority treatment during port congestion, all of which contribute to cost reduction and improve supply chain efficiency. Adeni said a recent time-release study, TRS, revealed that AEO-certified businesses already enjoy a significant reduction in cargo clearance time, averaging 43 hours compared to non-AEO traders. The objective is to identify and reward businesses that demonstrate consistent compliance with customs and tax regulations by granting them faster, more predictable, and more efficient clearance processes. Speaking on the post-clearance audit PCA reforms, Adeni said the unit has been restructured with a dedicated Assistant Comptroller General to ensure robust audit-based controls without disrupting legitimate trade, thereby reinforcing the AEO framework.
Authorized economic operators, certified businesses enjoy a wide range of benefits, including faster cargo clearance and release, reduced physical inspections, dedicated service desk at ports and terminals, priority treatment during disruptions or port congestions, improved dispute resolution channels, greater supply chain visibility, and global recognition. But these benefits are not theoretical. The results are already measurable. The recent time-release study conducted by the service shows that the average clearance time for AEO traders is not now 43 hours. This is a significant reduction compared to non-authorized economic operators traders. It means less cost, fast delivery, and better control over your supply chains.
Earlier in his welcome address, Assistant Comptroller General of Customs in charge of the PCA unit, Zanda Chiroma, noted that the fast-track scheme will be officially decommissioned on December 31, 2025, and urged all existing beneficiaries to submit new AEO application through the official portal aeo.nigeriatradehub.gov.ng. Chiroma assured stakeholders of a smooth and credible transition process with clear operational guidelines and a trained team of validators in place.
The AEO program now provides a more robust, internationally recognized mechanism that rewards compliant economic operators and strengthens supply chain security through structured validation and risk segmentation. Distinguished stakeholders, this migration is taking place within the broader framework of NCS reform, one that is anchored on transparency, efficiency, and evidence-based compliance management. Central to this reform is the transformation of post-clearance audit regime. In recognition of the critical role PCA played in customs modernization, the PCA unit was officially moved from the Tariff and Trade Department to the Office of the Comptroller General of Customs with effect from 19th December 2024. This strategic realignment underscores the high-level priority now accorded to PCA as a core compliance and revenue assurance function.
The Director General of the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, Man Shegun Kadri, represented by the Secretary Sunday Ope, however, raised concerns about the AEO program's application process. He expressed concerns surrounding the purported tedious and difficult conditions for enlistment, which he claimed has resulted in a limited number of companies being on board.
The customs has intercepted live birds, number about 1,620, on their way to Kuwait. The officers and men of Motama Airport Command, Lagos, intercepted the consignments destined for illegal export to Kuwait. Some of the species include parrots. The interception carried out under the leadership of Customs Area Controller Michael Awe was as a result of routine inspection by vigilant officers of the command. The Customs said that Nigeria is a signatory to the Convention on International Trade and Endangered Species all over the world. He said that the investigation has commenced to apprehend the smugglers, while the fragile creatures have been handed over for reintroduction to where they all belong. He said that no illegal shipment will pass through the port or airport without approval from government. You are watching the program Customs Report. The Nigerian Association of Government-Approved Agencies, NAGAF, has told the government to disengage four associations for sabotaging the efforts at the port. The national president expressed deep concern over the recent move by the four associations to disobey the CRFFN rules. These associations are working with customs.
NAGAF has carefully observed with enduring patience how events unfolded since the appointment of the current CRFFN registrar. Choosing professionalism over partisanship. However, recent actions by four accredited associations, namely ANACA, AREF, NAFAC, and National Council of Managing Directors, compelled us to clarify our position. This group have publicly aligned with a court judgment obtained by Mr. Lucky Amiwero of the National Council in suit number FHC/L/CS/765/2018, claiming the CRFFN lacks authority to regulate custom agents and collect the practitioner operating fee, POF. Yet, the CRFFN has appealed and filed a stay of execution, rendering the ruling unenforceable. Ironically, Mr. Amiwero has condemned the same associations, now exploiting his court victory, exposing their opportunism. This only reinforces our concern about their credibility and motivations. Let it be known that ANACA has long resisted CRFFN's establishment, going as far as proposing a counter bill in the National Assembly. Similarly, past CRFFN elections were marred by irregularities challenged in court by some of these same actors. Patterns of undermining the council when outcomes doesn't favor them. The real issue appears to be the appointment of Mr. Kingsley Igwe as registrar, a former NAGAF secretary. His emergence triggered a litigation, not for legal rectitude, but as a political vendetta. We must now speak clearly. Those who no longer believe in CRFFN mandate should exit the stage. We suspect a broader agenda to sabotage government reforms in the marine and blue economy sectors. Government should investigate the economic and regulatory sabotage being carried out under the guise of activism. These groups have often failed in their statutory financial obligation to CRFFN. ANACA and National Council must align their identities with the new Nigerian Customs Service NCS Act 2023. We recommend that CRFFN consider the registration of these four associations and request the withdrawal of their CAC certificates in national interest.
The Secretary of CRF said that the government must make sure that things are done applicably.
The way forward, you can't be in a house and you want the house to collapse. Let them give peace a chance, withdraw all their litigation, come back. It is family. Sit down and talk. I don't see anything, all the freight forwarders since the creation of CRFFN, freight forwarders has been clamoring for a practitioner to be the registrar. This is the first time a practitioner. Why not allow him to work? Why not allow him to exercise that his knowledge? Is it because he's coming from NAGAF? It's because he's coming from NAGAF. That's the problem. And the young man has what it takes. Is it a crime that is coming from NAGAF? So let them come back home and give peace a chance.
The Lady Pond Export Command has made an impressive export result for the half year of 2025, with a total export valued at 1,586,000 naira. This represents 9.36% rise from the 1,165,000 recorded in the corresponding year of 2024. The controller, Ajibola Odumosu, created the surge in export to be brought towards facilitation of high trade, which is an improvement of compliance.
Cumulative export value for the first half of 2025 stood at $1,586,041,100.25. This reflects an increase of $420.9 million over the performance of January to June last year, representing a growth rate of approximately 36%. That is talking of the volume of export for the half year 2024 and half year 2025. Now going to the trade volume. During the review period, the command processed a total of 27,721 export containers, a substantial rise from the 9,438 containers handled during the same period in 2024. This difference of 18,283 containers translates to a 200% growth in export throughput. Exports were categorized into 4 primary segments: agricultural products, manufactured goods, solid minerals, and others. As expected, agricultural produce remained the leading export with a total value of $966,733,612.40 in the first half of this year, up from $288,826,590.93 in the corresponding period of 2024.
Manufactured goods valued at 2 trillion. According to him, the command processed 27 export containers, a rise from 9,432 containers handled during the same period in 2024. The controller said that this was a difference of 18.283 containers, which translated to over 200% growth in the container throughput in the country.
This jump points to Nigeria's increasing industrial output and export diversification efforts. Because if you look at our history, manufactured goods used to account for very negligible part of the export goods we handle in this command. Then let's go to the next Nigerian Export Supervision Scheme. Under the Nigerian Export Supervision Scheme, which mandates statutory fees on all legitimate goods exported from Nigeria, the command collected 12,127,606 naira 28 kobo in the first half of 2025. This shows an extraordinary increase of 383,043,071 naira 59 kobo, compared to 2,617,084,534 naira 49 kobo recorded in the first half of 2024. This rise underscores improved compliance and growing volume of export transactions. We have been able to make this achievement because of a stakeholder engagement. We have maintained a strong collaborative relationship with our partner government agencies, including the NDLEA, Standard Organization of Nigeria, Nigerian Agricultural Quarantine Service, the Nigerian Police, NAFDAC, and others. Equally, I have continued to operate an open door policy with our exporters, ensuring regular engagement, effective issue resolution, and seamless trade facilitation. These engagements have enhanced compliance and improved exporter confidence in the command processes. Stakeholders' feedback continues to affirm our efforts as the command remains a preferred hub for non-oil export, contributing positively to national growth.
According to him, the throughput of import increase was also amount increase from industrial output and export in the country. Just before another this week edition of the program Customs Report, we brought you a report where the Nigerian Customs Service has continued to improve on revenue as approved by Nigerian government and also by the management of Nigerian Customs Service. For me, Igeseme Idine, thanks for watching.